Day 4, Monday. Surai. Matsushita Diner, Monday.
I'm so hungry.
Tessa, why are you here?
I told Date I was hungry, so
I've always wanted to eat here.
I'll have my usual, Ota.
Yes, right away.
Oda flew into the kitchen. Iris watched him go and took a seat. Chair.
Date, a Martian.
That's just a stool.
Like a cat.
Meow.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Oh, you don't know? It's good luck to imitate a cat in front of one of these.
Really?
Meow? Guess I'll have good luck.
TV.
Hey, Date. I've got this video of girls in bikinis washing this armored car. Wanna watch?
Absolutely not.
That's a first from Date. Poster.
Date, you're drooling.
Oh, I'm just really hungry.
Menu.
Kuroda Kazuaki's grilled tongue with salt.
Condiments.
Salt, pepper, a blend of red cayenne and spices, and an unidentified liquid.
Mayumi's juice with mold.
Ugh! None of us can figure out what that sauce is. Pretty sure it's soy sauce that's gone bad. Window. Autographs.
Oh, that's Payashi Samba's Hayashi Vangole.
Who?
Some celebrity signature. Bucket.
Hey, Tessa, could you kick that bucket there?
Sure. Like this?
Yeah, but more.
Like this?
This is awesome!
What is he doing?
I did not realize there was someone more perverted than Date.
Yes. Yes. Indeed. Cushion.
Date, wanna have a pillow fight?
Tessa, not in the store, please.
Ah, good. He has boundaries. Clock.
Hey, what has two hands on its face?
A mom playing peekaboo.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, exactly.
Ring ring. Who's on the phone?
Who cares?
Whoa. What was that? To Oda. Let's have a look at him. Oda's cooking in the kitchen. Let's talk to Iris first, actually. Yep. Iris, what's your usual?
Omelet rice. Ota's omelet rice is so good it gives me stomach cramps.
Are you sure that it's good then?
Is that a compliment?
You're embarrassing me.
Well, Ota appears to have taken it as a compliment.
You've been here before?
Yeah, I have.
Have you met Ota's mother, Mayumi?
Yeah, but I don't think she likes me.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. Mom is just jealous of how pretty you are, Tessa.
Not very reassuring.
Mm-hmm.
Whether out of jealousy or otherwise, she still doesn't like Iris.
Exactly. Anyways, about Iris's resurrection.
Iris, about your coming back to life.
Hold it! What do you mean coming back to life?
I decided to tell Oda about Iris's resurrection.
Date jumped into a parallel world where I'm still alive.
Tessa died?
Yep.
She's so so calm about it. Alright. Where's your mum?
She's in the living room. I think she's watching TV.
How about you? What are you doing here?
I was just doing some meditation. Lying on the ground.
Sounds more like lying through your teeth.
He means sleeping.
Yes, yes.
Date, why are you with Tessa?
Why? You jealous?
We are
Oh, it's gonna break his heart.
Not shovel forge.
on a date.
Oh, a date. Huh. A date?
I'm on an investigation, and she wouldn't let me go.
Date, I have some delicious fugu eggs. I promise they're not poisoned. Would you like some?
No thanks. I'm fine.
So, you're good at cooking, huh?
Yeah, my dad taught me when I was little.
You're making me something too, right?
Sure. My treat, Date.
Not the fugu eggs though, right? Oda, where is Renju?
You're still looking for him? Well, like I told you before, I don't know.
About the parallel world.
Hey, can you tell me about this parallel world idea in more detail?
Oh, sure. How should I explain this? Well, Oh, I know. Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. If we tie, nothing happens. We just shake hands. If I win, you have to give me something.
What if I win?
I'll do anything.
Anything?
No, Date. Keep your head out of the gutter.
Mm-hmm. Anything.
Oh my god. Look at her hands. Look at her hands. Anything.
Date, your heart rate is rapidly increasing. Why exactly is that?
Alright, let's do this.
Oh god, Date.
Okay, let's go!
Look at Oda.
1, 2, 3, shoot!
Oh, what hand should I throw out? The right decision. But you know, you gotta go with rock. Trusty old rock.
Shoot!
Huh.
A tie.
The most boring result. Well, we agreed on the rules. Let's shake hands. Shaky, shaky.
Look how angry Oda looks. I shook hands with Iris.
We just played rock, paper, scissors, right?
Right.
We tied and shook hands.
Mm-hmm.
But in a different timeline, maybe I got a reward from you.
Ooh.
Or maybe you could have seen me naked or something.
I don't think Date would have done that because of Iris. And Iva would have stopped.
Why did I choose rock?
Oh, Date's so, what's the word? Crushed.
What exactly
Get it?
were you going to make her do?
So those timelines are what I'd call a parallel world.
So you think I jumped from a world in which you were dead to this one where you're alive?
That's what I think.
Huh. Parallel world, huh? I can't believe it, but...
Sure you can. Parallel worlds exist. Do you know about the Mandela Effect? Or the Booba Kiki Effect?
I know the Mandela Effect. So the Mandela Effect is something where a large population group believes in something, but it turns out to be slightly an error in their belief or perception. And that's the whole premise of why we live in a parallel universe or something like that, which I think is stupid.
Or the 100 million balls. If I explained that, would you believe me?
Sounds really interesting, Tessa. I know some urban legends like that. The Special Temporal Man, and the Lost Friend, and the story of two sisters.
Oh! The Story of Two Sisters! Is that the Korean horror movie? I've heard people talking about it. Okay, anyways. I want to win, so... Alright. Iris. I will choose... scissors!
Shoot!
Oh! No, I lost!
Yay! I won!
Oh, no. You see, this looks like scissors, but it's actually paper.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, why did I throw out scissors? Why?
I love how angry and how distraught Date gets.
You're really not taking this well.
So, I get my prize!
I don't have any money.
I don't want money. Instead...
Oh no, not Shovel Forge. Please, not Shovel Forge. Either that or maybe it's asking for a kiss.
Yeah.
Can you pet my head
Ah, that.
and say Iris is a cutie cutie?
Oh, she's missing a father figure.
The cutest person in the whole wide world? A cutie angel?
Fine. Iris is a cutie cutie.
No, put your heart into it.
Look how unhappy Oda is.
Iris is a cutie cutie, the cutest person in the whole wide world. A cutie angel.
I repeated the whole thing while petting Iris on the head.
We just played rock, paper, scissors, right? I won and you pet me. But in a different timeline, maybe we tied. Or maybe I obeyed your orders and did something really scandalous.
Rewind time, do it now!
Date, don't worry. We will go back in time.
I do not have that functionality.
So those timelines are what I'd call a parallel world.
So you think I jumped from a world in which you were dead to this one where you're alive?
That's what I think.
Huh. Parallel world, huh? I can't believe it, but...
Sure you can. Parallel worlds exist.
Ours paper.
Shoot!
Fuck! Yeah!
God damn it, Date. You don't have to be that happy. Jesus.
Date, calm down. You're going to pop a blood vessel.
Aw, I lost. But I made a promise. What do you want me to do?
If it's no trouble, I want to see your...
See what?
Let me see... See...
Date. We're in an active investigation. Why don't we just get the information that we need?
I will kill you if you say it.
See... seal. I meant seal.
Seal?
Not the smoothest recovery.
Oh, I get it. You want to see me imitate a seal.
No, Iris, please.
Okay, well, here it goes, I guess. Nom 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 nom.
Oh my god.
Tessa, what are you doing?
We just played rock, paper, scissors, right? You won, and you made me be a seal for some reason. But in a different timeline, maybe we tied. Or maybe I got a prize from you.
If I had chosen rock or paper...
So those timelines are what I'd call a parallel world.
So you think I jumped from a world in which you were dead to this one where you're alive?
That's what I think.
Huh. Parallel world, huh? I can't believe it, but...
Sure you can. Parallel worlds exist. Do you know about the Mandela Effect? Or the Booba Kiki Effect? Or the 100 million balls? If I explained that, would you believe me?
Sounds really interesting, Tessa. I know some urban legends like that. The Special Temporal Man, and the Lost Friend, and the story of two sisters.
I've heard people talking about it. The Mandela Effect.
Do you know Nelson Mandela?
Well, yeah, the former president of South Africa. He helped abolish apartheid.
He died in 2013, but a strange thing happened. When the news broke, people all over the world thought, didn't Mandela die in prison in 1980?
Okay, no one thought that. I don't know, have any of you guys thought that? Because I didn't.
That's the Mandela Effect. It's when your memory and history have discrepancies. There are lots of examples. Like the name of this kid's book with the bears having different spellings.
Oh yeah, so this is the Berenstein and the Berenstein. So they couldn't decide which one is which. And I think what the brain just does is fill out what seems to be the most fluid. Anyways, she's gonna explain it.
Or people remembering that Kennedy was assassinated in a 4-seat car. But in our world, he was in a 6-seat car.
Huh. I thought it was a 4-seater too.
I think you only think it's a 4-seater because that's the most normal looking car.
Or that electric mouse from that video game. You probably remember the tip of its tail being black.
It wasn't?
Nope, it's all yellow. And the design didn't change.
Oh.
Lines from movies, company logos, historical events, and little things. The Mandela Effect is everywhere. Why do you think that is?
Because those memories are from parallel worlds?
That would explain it, I guess.
What's the Booba Kiki Effect?
Dante, look at this picture.
Iris pulled up a picture on her phone.
There's a famous experiment regarding this picture. You show this image to people around the world and ask a question. Which one is Booba and which one is Kiki?
I'm gonna assume Booba's the top one and Kiki's the bottom one. And this is my reasoning. Booba sounds more curved while Kiki sounds more sharp. So that's one reasoning. The other reasoning is Booba starts with a B, so potentially blue. That could be another one. The other one could be just the order. What's on top goes first and what's on bottom goes second. So there's a lot of these cognitive mechanisms in your brain that makes you make the choices like that. So I don't think this is a good experiment. But anyways, let's see her explanation.
Believe it or not, 98% of people asked have the same answer. The rounder one is Booba, and the jagged one is Kiki.
Yes, that obviously makes sense.
Isn't that weird?
No.
In other words, everyone thinks that Booba is a certain way, and Kiki is the other. It applies universally across languages and cultures. It's like something ingrained inside all humans. Like worshipping the sun and the sea.
I think that's explained through symbolism. The sun and the sea is very, very symbolic. You know, the sea represents water. Water is, you know, often representing life, transition, the passing between universes or worlds. And the thing is, it kind of encapsulates where you are as well, because, you know, back then you couldn't transverse the sea. The sun is also, you know, worshipping the sun because it's a celestial phenomenon that you see every day. It also provides, you know, illumination, light, in which we use our sensory organs to survive and move on. I guess I might sound a bit close-minded, but this is how I would explain it, at least.
Or thinking that the mother is soft and the father is jagged.
Again, the reason why mother is soft and the father is jagged is because the mother has a much more of a softer approach, while the father has a much more direct approach. You know, a bit more that authoritative figure, while the mother has a bit more that nurturing figure. You know, again, this is why it's soft and jagged.
Regardless of your culture or background, you probably think this way.
I would also argue against that. I would say most cultures or backgrounds think this way, but it's not all cultures.
It's what Jung called the collective unconscious.
Ah, the Carl Jung.
There exists a second psychic system of a collective, universal, and impersonal nature, which is identical in all individuals. That's what Jung said about it. Think of it like bamboo. Bamboo stalks look like individual plants since they're separated, but underground, they're all connected. Human psyches might be like that too, connected at a subconscious level. That's...
The parallel world?
Yeah! You saved me in the dream, right? And dreams are all about our subconscious minds. So if you follow the roots...
You get to another bamboo stalk.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe a transference of consciousness between parallel universes. Now that's an idea. Alright, what's the 100 million balls?
This world is full of really interesting stuff. But you know the most interesting thing of all?
No, what?
That humans exist at all.
The universe developed in a very particular way to get here. If things were even slightly different, well, the galaxies and solar system and all of that might not have existed at all.
And that means humans would never be born. And even if everything happened exactly like that, the probability of human life developing is extremely low. And yet, here we are.
I don't know, I have a very deterministic point of view. So, if everything happened exactly the same, then we'll be here exactly the same way. And me talking about this stuff by playing this game would happen the exact same way.
Imagine a box full of ping pong balls, labeled 1 to 100 million. Would you be able to pick out the 1?
Not likely.
But what if there were 100 million of you?
Well, then one of us would definitely pick up the 1.
No, that's not how statistics works.
Exactly.
That is not how statistics works. If you only had one chance to pull out a ball, actually it depends on the experiment. If one person pulls out the ball and doesn't put the ball back, then eventually one of them will pick out the number 1 ball. But if they have to put it back, then the chances reset and becomes harder. Especially if the balls get mixed around as well, on top of that.
The birth of humanity is so improbable that it's basically a miracle. But if there were multiple universes...
Then it wouldn't be strange that at least one of them had humans in it.
She is describing the anthropic principle. I may have underestimated her intelligence.
Alright, let's talk about the Special Temporal Man.
Yeah, it's sort of like a common experience. A lot of people have experienced waking up in an uninhabited world they've never seen before.
Really?
And most of them describe seeing the same person. The Spatial Temporal Man. He's supposed to be an ordinary old man wearing work clothes. The Spatial Temporal Man guides people back to the real world. He tells them, this world is not for you, or something.
I'd like to meet him someday.
Okay, I don't know what movie he's referencing then. What about the others?
So, this elementary school kid, let's call him C. he goes to school and there's a bunch of things on the floor. Postcards, towels, a coffee cup, rice bowls, a sink, lots of stuff. But C realized that those were all things from his own house.
How did they get to the classroom?
No one knows. It's not like anyone did it on purpose or there was a thief or anything.
Maybe something happened that made two parallel worlds fuse.
Yeah, maybe.
The lost friend.
There's this kid, A. He's in elementary school. Well, A had this close friend named Suzuki. One day, after school, they're walking home together. A turns around to tell Suzuki a joke, and Suzuki is laughing his butt off. And he's laughing and laughing, and he laughs so hard that his eyes fall out of their sockets.
Wait, what?
What?
Well, they were hanging down out of his eye sockets. The nerves were still connected, but... A is of course in shock and doesn't know what to do. Suzuki just takes his eyeballs and jams them back into his eye sockets and keeps walking like nothing happened. So A asks him about it. Like, hey, are you okay? Your eyes fell out. A is really concerned for his friend, you know? But Suzuki just says, yeah, I'm fine. He doesn't say anything about it. And by now, A is really curious. But he's not getting any answers. So they just part ways and go home. The story only gets weirder from here. The next day, A goes to school, and Suzuki's not there. A is confused and asks his teacher about it. Hey, where's Suzuki today? And the teacher says, Suzuki? Who's that? There's no Suzuki in this class. A says, what are you talking about? And he goes and asks all of his classmates about Suzuki. They all say the same thing. I don't know him. There's no Suzuki in this class.
So that kid must have jumped into a parallel world without Suzuki.
That's what I think.
Either that or it's his imaginary friend.
Couldn't Suzuki just be an imaginary friend or something?
Yeah, that's my thought.
No, A was really serious about remembering Suzuki.
Hallucinations, perhaps.
It is weird, and there's no way you can pop your eyeballs back in like that.
Well, not necessarily. There's such a thing as a dislocated eye. It actually isn't too hard to put your eye back in if it falls out.
Ota is correct. Dislocated eyes are easy to replace in their sockets. As long as none of the nerves or blood vessels were damaged, there are usually no lasting negative effects either.
That doesn't prove this Suzuki exists.
Well, I guess not, but...
Two sisters.
So, there's this girl? Let's call her B. She's practicing piano in her room, and her little sister is watching TV in the same room. B asks her to turn the TV volume down so she can hear her piano playing, you know? So B goes back to practicing, playing a little bit. But her sister doesn't turn the volume down. She's not listening at all. So B turns around to scold her. She was really gonna let her sister have it, but she's gone. She's nowhere to be seen. She thinks, I wonder where she went. But then B hears her sister at the door. I'm home. B runs to the front door and sees her sister and her parents standing there. So B asks, when did you go outside?
This sounds like a ghost story.
But her mom says, what are you talking about? She went shopping with me. B is really confused by all of this, of course. She asks her little sister about it. And she learns that her favorite TV show was on. And before she went shopping with her mom, she was deciding whether or not she wanted to stay and watch it or not.
So depending on her decision, a parallel world was made.
Yeah, what B saw might have been from the world where her sister stayed behind. I know a ton of stories like this. Like being suddenly transported 1 year into the future, and there's a missing persons report out for you. You look down at your phone, but you realize that it's not yours. It's not the one you remember having. You look through the contacts, and it's filled with names you don't recognize.
That sounds like dementia right there.
Sounds scary.
There's more, too. Like this town where everyone is Japanese, but they're speaking a completely different language. And all the signs and magazines and stuff have different letters. And it's not like Korea or China. It's the Japan we know, but the language is different.
Summarize for me.
When did you two get so knowledgeable?
Oh, I don't know.
Tessa is always writing about this stuff on the internet. That's why I decided to research it too. That's how I learned all this stuff. Oh, hey, I know about conspiracies and secret societies too. I find that stuff fascinating. If you want, we could talk about those.
Maybe next time. Now where's that omelet rice?
Done!
Oda brought the dish over. He laid out an omelette rice in front of me and Iris. Iris grabbed the spoon with a huge smile on her face.
Bon appetit!
She picked up a spoonful. No, actually, she tried to pick up a spoonful. Oh no.
Tessa, are you okay?
I'm fine. My hand slipped. Let's eat.
Iris and I ate the omelette rice in near silence. There was no conversation. Just the sound of the spoon hitting the plate, and the diner echoed with it. And before long,
Thanks for the food!
Iris was totally re-energized. Her face was back to her usual easy smile.
That was good. Ota, your omelet rice is seriously the best.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Aw, thanks. I owe it to my dad. He taught me well.
I paid for the food and stood to go.
Let's get going, Iris.
Thanks again!
Thank you! Come back soon!
Let's investigate. Cold storage warehouse, Monday.
I saw it. I'm sure. Your corpse, Iris. Right here.
But I'm here now. Maybe I'm a ghost.
You don't look like a floating sheet. You have legs.
But maybe they're not legs. Maybe they're my boobs.
What? I tried to picture Iris's breast swinging down there like that. Why, Date? Why? And then I decided not to.
Didn't you say that you saved me in your dream? What did you mean by that?
I told you that I'm with an organization called Abyss, right?
Yeah, you told me 2 days ago.
We find clues in the minds of suspects and witnesses. We enter what we call Somnium, a dream world projected by their subconscious. That's what the entire organization is about.
Date, should you be divulging all this information to this person? I thought it was supposed to be a secret.
How do you even do that?
We have a machine that we call the sync machine.
What is that?
It's a sync machine.
That's not
It's
an
a sync machine.
explanation. Tell me how it works.
Well, I can explain, but it will require a bit of background to understand.
Background?
Basically, it's telling you that he has no idea. Or drum.
Hi, I'm Jemimon.
You too.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, Date. You too. Switchboard.
Hey, get out of my house.
What the hell?
I'm a poltergeist inside the circuit board.
What?
You said I was a ghost, right? Maybe I'm haunting the warehouse with spooky astral projections.
What are you talking about, Iris?
Oh, she's going crazy. The switchboard installed in the back of the warehouse. Check for fingies. I know, gotta check for fingies. Box.
Pew pew pew.
What the hell?
The box made me think of like a giant robot.
A what?
You know, from kaiju movies.
Again, what?
Ah, Date, you uncultured swine. Clearly he only has one thing in his mind.
That caramel over there looks so good.
Yeah, you're right. But if I tried to eat it in one bite, I'd break my jaw.
What are you talking about, Date? That's a cardboard box.
You started... Never mind.
Tried to play along. Workbench?
So my corpse was on here?
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a workbench. There's nothing on it now. Alright, Iris, let's have a look at you. Iris is standing there. I don't know what I expected. Do you know about the Wadjet system? I don't think she does.
I guess not.
No, I know what it is. It's the core programming behind AI, right?
Wait, why does she know this?
That's right. What's wrong?
What?
You're shivering.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Wait. Wait, I'm getting this strange vibe that if this whole parallel universe thing is true, she's like probably merging with the dead one. The dead Iris, and everything is getting mixed up. Either that or that first sign of her dropping the spoon is meaning that she might have a terminal illness that we don't know about, or an illness that we don't know about, and it's finally taking its effect.
To borrow Pewter's explanation, with the advent of the Wadjet system, we can extract the data of the human psyche.
Either that or she's a robot.
This data is sent to the brain, which achieves the sync.
Okay, Iris. Do you know about the BBB?
I've heard of it. The blood-brain barrier, right? Inside the skull, there's an army of little teeny tiny soldiers that surround the brain. They protect the brain from bad stuff in the blood, right?
That's almost it, yeah.
No, not really, but okay.
The blood-brain barrier describes the architecture of the microvessels of the brain. It is a kind of shield that protects the brain. To get through, an object must be no larger than 0.4 nanometers. Objects too large to slip through the barrier cannot physically access the brain.
Yep. That is correct. Do you know about nanotechnology?
Nanotech? Yeah! Technology related to really small things. Like, really teeny tiny things. And when they make a machine, they're called nanomachines. I heard they use them a lot for medical and tech fields. Some of the cutting-edge nanomachines can even go inside your body and cure illnesses. They can even cure cancer. And they go beep, beep, beep. That's what Mom said.
That's cute.
Well, I don't know if it was like beep, beep or rrr. But anyway, nanotechnology costs tons of money. Only a few people can even afford it. My college professor said only the richest of the rich have nanotechnology. But he's pretty liberal, so...
Largely accurate. Nano is a prefix meaning 10 to the negative 9th power. A nanometer is therefore 0.000000001 meters.
I knew she was gonna do that.
The sync machine uses machines approximately 2.16 nanometers long. Viruses are on average 20 to 970 nanometers. So sync nanomachines are far smaller than that. This allows them to access neural circuitry. During a sync, the nanomachines are used to write in the syncer's data.
Here's how the sync works.
Okay, you have the basics down. Let me explain how syncing works. Syncers like me equip the sync gear and use it to access the subject's brain. Inside the helmet are nanocables, and on the tip of each of these cables is a special nanomachine. But the machine can't reach the brain through blood alone. Do you know why?
The BBB soldiers say, "Go away!" and push them back?
Well, yeah, kind of. But for the sync to work, we have to get the nanomachines into the brain itself. How do we do that?
Drill a hole in the skull?
That's a bit primitive.
No.
In Shovel Forge, you can use a pickaxe and...
No, it has nothing to do with tools. We don't have to open a hole. Skulls already have holes in them. One of those holes is the optic canal, which is a nerve canal located behind the eyes. The nanocables of the sync gear go through your eyes.
Oh, so that's why it goes into... You have a headgear.
Then go to the back of your eye socket. Then through the optic canal to the sea.
The sea?
The sea of brain cells, anyway.
That sounds kind of romantic.
It's only a chunk of protein.
Right, here's how the sync works.
Once the nanocables arrive at their destination, they can begin the sync process. They slide into the brain like roots of a tree, and on the tip of each cable, the nanomachine sends and receives data. This is controlled by the Wadjet system, and that's how the syncer and the subject exchange information.
Exchange?
Think of it this way. The human brain has a max capacity of one psyche, one consciousness.
Multiple instances of consciousness inside one brain can cause a total collapse of higher brain functions.
You know how a car only has one steering wheel? If there were two, there would be accidents all over the place.
Well, don't some planes have 2 control sticks?
I mean, she's not wrong there.
Okay, maybe it wasn't the best metaphor. What I'm trying to say is that the human body can only hold one person. If you try to have 2 people inside one brain, it will break.
I see.
Because of this, the syncer's data goes inside the subject's brain, and the only thing inside the subject's mind at the time of the sync are their memories, like a house with no one inside. We sinkers break into the house, look for clues, and leave, all within 6 minutes.
There's a time limit?
Yes, or else the house will collapse on our heads.
The neural circuits would become too deeply entwined with one another. To put it simply, the sinker would be trapped inside the subject's house.
Wait. 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 Did So Sejima have a portion of Iris stuck in his consciousness? Beck says, what is Date? Is like Leonardo DiCaprio in Shutter Island, and this is his therapy to solve his own murders. Yes, that's a very interesting theory. I think I had something similar. How did he get stuck though? I think through the nanoparticles, I guess. Summarize.
Thank you for explaining it. I don't completely understand how sync works, but still.
Just don't tell anyone. This is extremely confidential.
It's okay, I won't. Date, tell me this. Who did you sync with yesterday?
Didn't I show you his picture? Congressman So Sejima.
So that's why you know so much about him.
But you've never met him, right?
I haven't, I swear.
I don't know. Sus. Very sus.
Hey, Date, you saw my corpse here, right?
I did. I'm sure of it.
And in SoStream you saved me from getting killed.
Yeah.
And then somehow I resurrected.
Yeah.
Date, that means you're... Achoo!
Date, is the cold too much for Iris?
I want to know what she's gonna say.
Yeah, I'm freezing too. Iris, let's get out of here for now.
Roger that!
No, she was about to tell me something. Oh man. Alright, let's go for some fish pocket. God damn it.